What's good, y'all? It's your boy Lil Daryl. I'm back, y'all. I know I haven't made a video in a little while. I've been busy grinding, y'all, putting deals up in motion, building the pipeline. Now, on this video today, we're actually going to do a case study. I'm going to tell y'all how I was able to make right under $14,000 off this land deal in Spring Hill, Florida. So, Spring Hill, Florida is one of my favorite markets. That's actually where I closed my first land deal. So, obviously, I was like, okay, I closed a deal there before. Let me keep marketing that area. So, I built a relationship with buyers in that area and builders. So, I have a good little builders list in Florida market, and as you know, Florida is where they're having a lot of new construction homes being built. A lot of people are moving to Florida. A lot of people retire in Florida, so that's a really good market for doing land and vacant land and infill lot. Actual deal, I pulled a prop wire list. So one of my builders actually sent me the little area they were marketing in as far as the Spring Hill area. So what I did is I looked at that same little diagram that they sent me of the areas that they were targeting, and then I just drew it on my prop wire. So I drew it, and then I pulled all of the areas in that section, neighborhood, or we would call it. So it wasn't a big list at all. I think it was like 700 records. Once I pulled that list on prop wire, I put it into batch skip tracing. Once I skip traced it and I paid for the skip tracing, I uploaded it into my REI reply. I gave it to my SMS admin AB. He put it in REI reply for me, and my campaign was out active. So I remember I got the lead a while back. The seller was asking for a lot more than where I needed to be at. But as you know, I'd had a nurture campaign set up in my REI reply, so it still follows up with them after a few months. So months later down the road, I'm going through my REI reply. I'm just following up with all of my old contacts that I had made, and I asked him if he was still interested in selling the lot, and he said he was. And then he actually came down on his asking price to actually where I needed to be at. So he actually came down to his asking price. He came down to $40,000. Initially, he wanted like $70,000, but he came down to $40,000, and I said, look, $40,000 I can do. And we can get this closed, and we will close. There's a very, very high chance that we're going to close on this, So he said, if that's the case, then go ahead and send the agreement. So I sent him the agreement. He signed it later that evening. I was so happy once I got that deal locked up because I already knew that my builder, would take it. I knew where I needed to be at. I knew this is the area that they were buying in. So the next morning, once I got the contract locked up, I blasted it to about 5 builders. My main builder hit me up ASAP, my boy. So he hit me back and he was like, look, Daryl, we'll take this one. We accept. And I was asking for $55,000. So they accepted the $55,000. So I had it locked up at $40,000. I assigned it to the builder for $55,000. So that's a $15,000 spread. Now, it took about 45 days for this deal to close. They had to do their due diligence. They had to do what they call an NOS, a notice of sustainability. So once they said they got the notice of sustainability back and everything was good to go, they set the closing date. So they had set the closing date for March 6th. I was very happy. I locked this deal up I think it was January where I locked it up. I would have to go back to see, but it took I think about 45 days for this one to close, about a month and a half. It was good. After everything, I had to pay some fees as far as the closing, so I ended up making $13,599, net to me. The spread was $15,000, but I ended up netting $13,599. So still a very decent deal. This one didn't actually, take too much back and forth. Once I had it assigned, I just gave the seller updates as far as where we're at in the process. I would let him know, hey, we're getting notice of sustainability. We should have that back and good to go. So I gave him a couple updates throughout the process, but he was patient. He wasn't, he didn't have no problems with that. And once the closing date came, everything was good. I signed all my docs. I sent it back over. He signed all his docs, sent it back over. So we were good to go. And I love working with builders because, as long as you have a deal in their area, they're 9 times out of 10 going to take it, So it's very good to build a relationship with builders, build your builders list. And I love doing land deals because it's so much easier than doing houses. I still do house deals, but I do a good amount of land too, So you want to be ambidextrous. You don't want to just put yourself in one category or one box. The real estate industry is broad. My main future in this, I want to end up doing developing, later down the road. Obviously I started off with the novations and wholesaling and hoteling and retail buyer program, RPB. But, at the end of the day, I still like getting my land deals, and I want to start doing creative finance deals. I want to start, really doing more because real estate, like I said, y'all, is broad. It's a lot of money in this industry, and it's a lot of money to be made. So that's how I did that deal. That deal was an SMS deal from an SMS campaign. SMS is the best because it has the lowest cost per acquisition. Realistically with SMS, y'all, if you do 10 to 20,000 records, text blasting a month, you should be able to lock up 1 to 2 deals a month. Right now my SMS is not running because my account got flagged, so I'm going over through doing the A2P verification again, and then once my SMS goes live, you know, I'll be back in motion on the SMS tip. So right now, since my SMS is off, I'm only doing warm leads and pay per lead, property leads, and iSpeed to lead. iSpeed to lead and property leads have been very, very, very good. That's what I've been doing right now, y'all. But that's an update for y'all. That's a little case study on this deal. I actually have another deal just closed as well. So I have deals this month. You know, this is a crazy month, and I actually got some more businesses and stuff that I'm actually tackling. So I did get my life insurance license back active this month, so I'm very excited about that. And I did start a new business with Hyla water air filtration systems. You know, we got some stuff in motion. You know, I love high ticket sales. That's what I do. If you guys want to tap in and get next to me and make some money with me, let's do it. We're building the community. If you want to join our private group, you know, link down below. Check out my stand store. So we got some new things in the stand store. We got one-on-one mentorship now. We got the course, you know, so if you want to learn the RPB method and novations, we have a novations course down below. If you want to get your SMS, you know, we have an outbound outreach set up. So you can have your own assistant for SMS and your own assistant for cold calling as well. So I'm just here to help and, you know, and give back. So time to close more deals. I'll see y'all on the next video.
Spend 10 racks at sex. Christian Dior on my back. This is sad rap, not mad. She love my vibe. She wanna marry me.